All right, time to finish off this show with rapid reaction. A lot of topics, a little bit of time. Take it away, Drink.
Let's roll, baby. On Thursday, the Brooklyn Nets center LaMarcus Aldridge retired after 15 seasons in the NBA. Jay, what is your biggest takeaway? What is your biggest LaMarcus Aldridge moment? So,
Oh, I hate to disappoint the audience, but I really don't have one because you didn't win much of anything. I will say this though, in all seriousness, I'm always going to remember him as a Portland Trailblazer, and I always think that when he left Portland, I think that was a mistake, and I would have liked to see what Portland could have been with Aldridge, Lillard, and then you had to come up with C.J. McCollum. I would have liked to see what that could have become. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. Dwayne Wade has become a minority owner of the Utah Jazz, as reported by Adrian Wojnarowski on Friday. Is that a big deal, Drink?
I think it is. It's a big deal for. It's kind of like, you know how in the NFL you got the Rooney Rule. I don't know what they call it in the NBA, but one of my biggest components about the Rooney Rule is, yeah, it sounds all good. I got the rule and everything, but the only way you get some change to that rule is you got to have change into the status, meaning you got to have changes in the ownership, GM, head coach, so forth, so on. So as I see Dwayne Wade following the footsteps of the likes of Shaq and it was another player I had, but like Magic. Like I like it. Why not? If you have the money and you have the opportunity, go get you a piece of that franchise. And I like it because it's an ex great player, so that player can put some input on what can probably make the Jazz better, what can make them more profitable. Because that's probably the problem with Utah is they're just not as popular as the other league teams in the league. So I think it's a good thing. I do think it's a big deal, and I would like to see more of it. Michael Jordan will present Kobe Bryant in the 2020 Naismith Hall of Fame induction ceremony on May 15th. Classic move by MJ, right?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's appropriate that Michael Jordan be the one to induct him. I guess if I had a second pick, I would say Shaquille O'Neal, but Kobe Bryant spent his whole career chasing Michael Jordan, and he came closer than really anybody with respect to how their position and how they play. So yeah, I think it's quite appropriate, and I look forward to what he has to say. Los Angeles Lakers big man Anthony Davis has been cleared to return to practice and could return within the week. I know that's welcome news to you, Drink.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if he comes back, I mean, we probably have another week or two before LeBron come back. And I don't want these guys to rush back just because like the Lakers are up and down. I think the Lakers handled themselves pretty well without both of them in this stretch. But I would like for Anthony Davis and LeBron to come back to get some rhythm going before the playoffs start, at least before the play-in games, I guess. Just so you can get a little lubrication going in them joints before the heat turn up. But yes, absolutely welcome news. Let's go, AD. Let's get back into the fold. You know what time it is. Syracuse is getting another Boeheim as Jimmy Boeheim is transferring from Cornell to join his brother Buddy and the coach Jim Boeheim. You excited to see the Boeheim trifecta next year?
No, no, I'm not. I'm about sick of it. I I really thought Buddy Boeheim was a senior too, so he'd be graduating. And now not only do I get another year of him, but I get another Boeheim on the court, and I get Jim out there with his 2-3 zone. I'm just so. I thought Jim Boeheim was going to retire like 4 years ago. I thought they had some coaching waiting, and it's fast forward, and he's still there, and I'm just so sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the 11 seeds and the Sweet 16s and all that. Anything new would be refreshing. On Thursday, Alabama linebacker Will Anderson was formally awarded the Sean Alexander National Freshman Player of the Year Award. Your thoughts?
Oh man, it's a great award. Will Anderson is only the third Alabama player to win this award. Listen, this kid deserved all the accolades he got. This guy was almost probably the second best player on our defense as a true freshman last year. So he should only get better from here. But shouts out to him and shouts out to him being the only the third recipient from Alabama for this award. So kudos to him. USC freshman center Evan Mobley officially declared for the NBA draft today. No surprises there, right?
Nope. In in a year without Cade Cunningham, he'd likely be the number one pick, and I could maybe make the argument that I'd maybe take him number one overall. But you know, he 7-foot guy, modern NBA big, can do it all. Great on the defensive end. His team had a deep run to the Elite Eight, so yeah, no, not surprised at all that he's gonna take his talents to the NBA. Tonight in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Triller pay-per-view, it's a 12-round boxing match between former UFC welterweight contender Ben Askren and that YouTube fella star Jake Paul. Drink, are you interested in this? And if so, why?
I guess I am interested. I fancy the whole UFC boxing thing. I don't know. It's kind of cool. And the reason I'm interested in it, listen, Ben Askren, he once was a top contender in the welterweight division. And then if anybody remember his name, you probably remember the famous 5-second knockout that Jorge Masvidal smoked him with his kneecap. And I think he had one more fight after that. He lost and he kind of retired. And now this is the first time we've seen him since he retired. And as far as Jake Paul go, listen, we see what he did the last time he was on the Thriller pay-per-view platform. So, you know, boxer versus UFC fighter, MMA fighter. Even though he is a YouTube star, he actually seemed to know what he's doing a little bit in there. So I am interested. I think Jake Paul going to win this fight. But, you know, why not see some of this tomfoolery going down on the pay-per-view platform? NFL players from the Steelers, Falcons, and Chargers are the latest to decide not to participate in off-season workouts. Big deal, little deal, or no deal.
If it ain't mandatory, it's not a big deal. Just like it ain't a big deal. I didn't go to some voluntary work event at my place of business last night. So it ain't no deal at all. Just don't lie to me and tell me you're worried about COVID when I know you're not. You just don't want to show up and participate. Last one tonight it's UFC Fight Night, Whitaker and Gastelum on ESPN and ESPN Plus at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. The main event is a UFC middleweight bout between the number 1 ranked contender Robert Whitaker and the number 8 ranked contender Kelvin Gastelum. Who you got, Drink?
I'm gonna take the Reaper, man. I'm gonna take Robert Whitaker. Hey, listen, he been running roughshod on this middleweight division. The only person he can't seem to, ante up on is the champion Israel Adesanya. I think after this fight, that rematch is gonna have to happen. It's about that time. But I'm taking Robert Whitaker, man. He seemed like the truth. Like I said, the only person he done fought in this division that give me any pause is Israel Adesanya, and they fought for the title. That's how he became the champ. So with that said, you know, he should go out here and handle business with Gastelum, and we should be getting a rematch between him and Stylebender here soon for the title. All
right, you heard it here first. That concludes today's Drink of Wisdom. As always, like, listen, share, subscribe. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jay Wise.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today, and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. We gonna holler at you until next time, baby.